week.
That was last week?
I didn't want to blow you up before.
Now it all feels
Coach, thanks for coming.
Hey.
It is rare that we anticipate a great game in the NFL and then get to a great game in the NFL, but that's what happened Sunday night. Chiefs and Pats. New England might have won the game, but the Chiefs certainly put on quite a show on national TV. Patrick Mahomes nearly pulled off a miracle comeback against Tom Brady, leaving quite the impression on the New England quarterback.
They got a good offense. I mean, he delivers the ball. Those guys have a lot of speed. They catch and run with it. Tyreek Hill play there at the end was pretty spectacular. Jump up, catch the ball, and then his ability to accelerate is, there's no one like him in the NFL. He's so talented. So between Kelsey, Hunt, Sammy Watkins, the way Mahomes can throw the ball, it's going to be tough to stop those guys too. So they got a good team. I'm sure they'll be there in the end.
All right, Coach, two teams, two high-powered offenses, two very good coaches. Who do you trust more moving forward, the Patriots or the Chiefs?
Well, that's pretty obvious, right? It's the Patriots. It's not even close when you look at it, because they're going to be able to continue like they've done. Okay, they started the season, didn't go the way they wanted to. They self-assessed, they corrected, they moved forward. They're incorporating Josh Gordon. Each week he's going to contribute a little bit more. They get Edelman back. They're understanding who they need to be. They're playing that way, and each guy is carving out a role in that offense. And as they get more and more tape on their opponents, that's when they become that much more dangerous, because not only do they understand who they are, they understand who they're playing, and they're able to affect that game plan that much more. With Kansas City, we haven't seen what's going to happen with adversity. Patrick Mahomes hasn't gone through a bad game yet. They haven't had to deal with injuries. It's substantial injuries to their key skill players. I want to see what happens when some of that takes place. And with New England, you know what you're going to get. You know that they're going to be able to adjust. You know that they're going to be able to put themselves in a position to be successful. We don't know what Kansas City's going to do.
As much as this pains me, I have to totally agree with Coach Mangini. I think the Chiefs are better than the Pats.
I think the Chiefs in pain a lot.
I think the Chiefs are.
Reoccurring heartbreak.
I think the Chiefs' A+ game is better than the Pats' A+ game, but their ability to deliver a B game in the playoffs or better. Of course you have to believe in New England. You said it yesterday. I thought it was a really interesting point you made when I pressed you on Carson Wentz. And you said, I'd like to see him play in a playoff game first. We've never seen Pat Mahomes play in a playoff game. Whenever Tom Brady plays in his first playoff game this season, it'll be roughly like the 35th biggest game of his career up to that point. We know the moment's not going to be too big for Brady. What I thought was a fair criticism of Mahomes in Sunday night was he had a touchdown open to Kareem Hunt on a wheel route early. If he missed, it wasn't because there's pressure on him, he just flat missed it. I can't prove it was nerves, but it sure felt like he was a little amped up for the game. The Chiefs as a team, what's their most recent playoff memory? Blowing a 3-score lead at home to the Titans and Marcus Mariota? Even though Patty didn't play in that game, he saw it and the other players did. What's the Pats' most recent memories? Oh, coming back against the Jags, almost coming back against Philly, the epic Super Bowl comeback against Atlanta, and as great of a coaching resume as Andy Reid has, the one but on it is game management and playoff management, playoff success. And so that's the opposite of the but with Belichick. That is where he is the greatest in the history of the league, not just playoff success, but game management. So for all those reasons, you have to trust the Pats more, even if you agree with me that the Chiefs are the more talented team and that the Chiefs' A game is better than the Pats' A game.
Well, you made an interesting point earlier that, yes, the Chiefs may be more talented, but it doesn't necessarily mean they play better football. That the Patriots know how to play football, even though their personnel might not be as talented as the Chiefs.
Right. I think that, Nick, we had a couple conversations this morning just about talent, about guys throwing the football, and a guy's a thrower of the football compared to being a quarterback. And there's a big difference. Josh Allen, we know that he can throw the football. but is he going to be a quarterback? Trubisky in Chicago, we know he can throw the football. Carr, we know he can throw the football, but ultimately, is he going to be? I know this is what they teach, and that's what's more important. That's why they don't go for the big combine measurables as far as height, weight, things like that. They go for other things. What can they learn? What can they do from a skill set standpoint that would be an asset to our team? So the one thing I like about New England is they're playing well offensively, and Gronk is not dominating. So he is playing a small role, drawing coverage. They're going away from that. Edelman a couple of weeks back. You mentioned Josh Gordon. His role is only going to increase and become even more valuable. Hogan knows what he's got to do week in and week out. So, yes, they're good at playing football, which is more important than talent because of the way they're going to coach it up week in and week out.
And each guy's kind of carved out a role, too. Dorsett's played better than he had. Cordero Patterson, he has his type of plays that they use. James White, Sony Michel, each guy has a role in that offense, and then they find a way to maximize that role. What's hard as a coach and what's hard as a team is to learn how to deal with success and how to deal with failure. And you have to learn both of those things because both of those things can hurt your ability to continue to grow. And right now with a young quarterback, when he hits 2 or 3 games in a row where it's not going well, or maybe they continue to win and the pressure mounts from a success standpoint, how does he handle that? How do they collectively handle that? And it's a skill that has to be taught and learned.
The biggest question mark on the Patriots right now, and I don't even know if it's a question mark, it's just a weakness. They're dead last in the NFL getting to the opposing quarterback. They're dead last in sacks. I don't see that the guy coming that's going to fix that. They don't have a Justin Houston coming off the injury report that's going to come in. As a defensive-minded coach, if you have a team that through 6 games is having that much trouble getting to the opposing quarterback, is there a way to cauterize that wound? Is there a way, even if you can't fully fix it, to improve on it?
Well, it was never looked at in that perspective of, okay, we've got a sack problem. It was always looked at as, do we have a game plan problem? Sometimes if you're going to push coverage where you're double teaming the tight end and maybe you're taking away the key receiver and you know you're going to rush with 3 guys, or you're going to keep the guy in the pocket, you may be giving up sacks. But it's not about those numbers. It's more about the game plan specific things. Are you executing those? The problem I see is they tie the game or they go up and then they give up a 75-yard touchdown in the first play. I mean, Stink talked earlier about covering warts. Tom Brady covered a lot of warts for the Patriots defense and special teams.
All right, Coach, stick around. Much more to come. Did Aaron Rodgers prove he is the best quarterback in the game last night? That's next.
Coach's favorite topic. Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the game.
Didn't Brady just have a game winner the night before?
That doesn't count.
Oh, that does not count.